Hey, turn me up just a little bit. A little more. Yeah. Who's gonna talk to him? Here it is right here. Yeah. This that dope talk. All these lines peeing like I preach off they ass. Who knows how my sins packed in U-Haul. Got dirt on both hands. What I touch with time, it grows. Gotta watch you call bros, cause they really be foes. Turn they backwards, cause they close. Get out the kitchen, can't have the stove. Left the ring around that bowl. It's still steam when it's cold. Buy a dream when it's sold. On the scenes, how it fold. Bling, bling is my ghost. Get the cream like a float. I'm writing scenes, changing flows. In the lead, I still won't coast, cause I remember being broken. Need everything that I want everything that I don't. That baby the hardest thing I ever wrote. I got 100 reasons more to never stop having hope. I done changed to the game like I'm hogging the remote. I'm killing this beat and leaving a lyrical death note. I done literally went road, got me squint through the peephole. I'm spitting like a pistol, catch my breath, I reload. I want a sword like an ego. I am the ill or legal. Am I the villain or the hero? I keep it 100. I'm 446, the green go where I go. Old bread like sourdough. I told you I was dope, yeah. And when it get heavy like that, sometimes you just gotta pass.
Ease is in the vein, a lethal choice if I should choose to vent. High grade, dope off in these bars, contact our penmanship. Addictions that can last forever, needle tracks again. Bag lady, Eva do my type of heroin. Inhale, take it through the dashboard, you feel the hit. Been built this way since I could spit, just found the way to pack it, move it, put some motion with the movement. Perfect product, seen the movement. Learn from Unc Peanut and Schooner. Ain't the rap, it's how you move it. Make the moves, don't let them move you. Traps is filled with cheese too. Some curves gon' lead to dead ends. Love ain't always see-through. Sometimes you get the bad end, but I bet you get a piece though. It's worth another hit, but is it worth losing your piece, bro? Pipe codeine or gringo. This here ain't from no gringo. Just check out how the lingo. Give them water, they my seeds. So when you know better, know you grow better. And if it's selling any weather, you the plug, vest up.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to We Live. We live at 6:30. Let me finish this real quick. Hold on. Let the folks know we on. Hold on. Do that real quick. Hold on. There we go. Yup. Sure there. Whole thing. Hold on. Hope everybody had a great Monday. Hold on, y'all. Apologize. I was trying to finish this up prior to this. Okay, that's good. Boom. There we go. Hold that thought. Do this right here, Facebook. There we go. Go here. One more moment. Hold on now. Where's that? Here. Boom. Oop. Boom, boom. Here we go. Paste that right there. Yep. Next. Right now. Yep. All right, all right, all right. Welcome back to We Live. We Live. Hope everyone had a great Monday. I'm excited to be back, y'all. I'm excited to be back. It look like we got one on right now. Let me see who it is. Hold on. Always in the chat. Let me see that you're on. Tell me who you are. That way I can give a shout out. Hold on. Here we go. Go to the control room so I can see what I need to see. There he is. We live. My wife is in the building. I definitely appreciate it. She might be a little mad at me because I couldn't tell her what I wanted to do, but I was more excited about being back live. Hey, Sweet, can you tell me how's the audio now? How's the audio? The audio. Let me know how that sounds. If it's clear, if it's muffled. I got a few controls I could do over here, but I don't want it to be too loud. I don't want it to clip or just be too loud. Let me know how it sounds. But we are live. I posted in the Facebooks and I posted on the Instagram. But nonetheless, y'all, we back. We are back. I'm so excited to be back. And it's important for me to make mention. Oh, the sound is good. Okay. We're not gonna read the top part of that message. As long as the sound is good. But I'm so glad to be back, y'all. To We Live. Where we all have lives, we all have a voice, and here, only here, everybody gets to shine. Everybody gets to shine. So I'm thankful to be back. I got my mom in the building. And we up to 2. Make sure y'all share and let everyone know that we live. I did post it on Facebook and the Instagram. Make sure you share it, like, and subscribe. Let's build the channel up as you come across these. But nonetheless, y'all, I remember in recent times, not too long ago, last week to be exact, I believe it was Thursday evening. Was the last time we was live. And as I mentioned that day, where there is a will, there's a way. Where there is a will, there's a way. And I remember having this conversation on how I was having a crazy audio issue. For some odd reason, my equipment wouldn't find the audio. My computer wouldn't find the audio. The streaming platform would not find the audio. It could not see the audio. It couldn't hear it. And I'm just like, nothing changed. Nothing changed. I had my microphone going into the mixer, then going into the interface, then the cables, everything. I checked everything. I got to the house. I'm just giving y'all the rundown for this, but I wanted to give y'all the understanding of the situation because I really couldn't dive into it on Friday. And I'm not gonna let you really veer off or get distracted, but I just want to tell you. So I checked everything, and in that 30-minute window from when I get to the house to me pushing that live button, I checked everything. Mixer check, microphone check, cables, settings, everything. Still no audio. And I'm not gonna lie to you. In that moment, I was like, man, you know, this is the result of rebuilding refurbished equipment. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you know, all this equipment is expensive. So just rebuilding refurbished equipment is expensive. So think about getting brand new equipment. But I said I thought about it. I'm gonna have to go on and break down. Even the lives prior to when the audio was cracking and it was going in there, I was like, man, I might have to go on and get a new microphone, get a new PC. I'm gonna have to upgrade everything. But you know, they got me also thinking, ain't that how we are though? That's what's crazy. We always say, I need to just upgrade everything. Every time my phone mess up, I be like, I need to get a new phone. I tell my wife when her phone mess up, you need to get a new phone. We always are looking to upgrade. If something's not working, our first thought is I need more equipment. With bills wise, I need more money. When we doing this social media stuff, I need more attention, more validation. I need more approval. We always need more everything. More everything. But while I was researching on how to fix this issue, I came across some videos while I was researching it, and they spoke about common failure points when live streaming. Now my wife say, you do need a new phone, but that's a conversation for another day. But I come across so many of these videos on just trying to figure out why the software is not, you know, I'm trying to do the self research, the self solutions first before I go out and start spending this money. I'm trying to be obedient and I'm trying to be a good steward of the bread I got, right? And one of the videos, one of the guys, he had all this equipment, but he said, and this stuck with me, he said, less is more. Less is more. Basically, what he was saying, when you're trying to live stream, when you're trying to improve and move forward, the more pieces you add, meaning the more places something can go wrong. I'm starting to warm up, y'all. I'm starting to warm up. Y'all might want to tap somebody, tell them to tune in. Tune in. I may be walking down your street, because I know this whole situation was walking down my street. And then, so as they were saying, less is more, then it hit me. It dawned on me. I was like, I do have my microphone going into the mixer, which typically works. Then it goes into the mixer. Then it goes into my Pro Studio interface. Then it goes into the PC. Then it goes up to the streaming platform. That's like 4 or 5 different stops. That's too much. That's a lot of stops for one voice. I hope y'all hear me. I hope y'all are tracking with me right now. Too many failure points. Too many opportunities for something to go wrong. So what I did was I ended up doing is I removed the Pro Studio interface. I really like my Pro Studio interface, but it didn't make sense in this instance. Now I have the microphone going straight into the mixer, straight into the PC, and it automatically, boom, uploads to the platform. I can finally hear myself. And then that's when I knew we back in business. The volume that I could hear through the mic, through the headphones, I knew we was back in business. But during this whole instance, during this whole exercise of my research diligence, my technology skills, I've been in doing IT almost 15 years. I've been touching computers and plugs and wires and network and internet for 15 years. But it made me realize, this whole exercise made me realize something. Sometimes we are not missing something. Sometimes we're carrying too much. I think I said something to you. Sometimes we're not missing anything. More times than not, we carrying too much. It looked like we got 3 in the building. If you're in the building, I definitely appreciate you. Make sure you give a thumbs up or say something in the chat, because I'm making a list of my day ones. I'm making a list and I'm checking it twice. I have something great, and I'll start mentioning it in the announcements at the end. So make sure your presence is known. I definitely appreciate you, even if you're in here for 30 seconds. You know, it's definitely appreciated. Let me show y'all something that I found real quick. And in my as I was going through these different videos and things and just thinking about stuff, I tend to look at different stuff. Hold on 1 second. Let's remove this one. Check this out, y'all.
Is better, and more is not better. You want the minimal effective dose, maybe a little bit more, because we don't know where minimal is.
I came across that video, and it's just a short. There's some other videos that I'm going to go across, but I came across that video. It's just a short, but the simple fact of it's a short in the instance that it said exactly what it needed to say. It said exactly what it needed to say. That less is more times than not. I realize also, thinking about all the issues and situations that we go through in life. And have y'all noticed that a straight line is the shortest and quickest path from A to B? That doesn't mean that that short path won't have trials and tribulations in it, but it's still the quickest distance between the 2 points. Now, when it comes to life, though, we don't always take that short path or that straight distance. We tend to get in our own feelings, and we add some loops and some layers and some opinions, and we add some fear here. We add a couple images over there. We add some pressure over here, and then we wonder why we're carrying too much. I ask y'all this, couple questions I had to ask myself. In the instance of trying to carry too much, why am I adding all this stuff? But the last time, when was the last time you actually felt adequate? I'm not asking you about being perfect. Think about this, what I'm asking you. When was the last time you actually felt adequate? Not perfect, not finished, maybe not even fully where you want to be, just adequate. When was the last time you looked in the mirror? These are the things I ask myself. Am I enough right now? Even though I'm still growing? It looked like we got 4. Like I say, thank you for coming. If you're in here even for 30 seconds, make sure you say something in the chat. Let me know you're here. I think they might have been on Facebook, but we got 3 for YouTube. Now, let me be clear about what I'm saying to y'all. I'm not saying don't work out. Nope. I'm not saying you should not be aggressive on improving. I'm not saying you should not grow, learn, build, elevate, become better than you already are. I'm not saying any of those things. I believe in growth. I believe in challenges. I believe in succeeding. But what I'm talking about is something way deeper than the things that are fleeting. I'm talking about actually looking at yourself and knowing there's not another you. Have you ever just looked in the mirror and realized that there is not another you? Someone is always watching you. Obviously, the eye in the sky. Obviously, God is always watching. But I'm saying there's someone else always watching you. Because to someone, you are important. Because to someone, your voice matters. To someone, your story matters. To someone, your quirks matter. What makes you special matters to someone. Your presence matters. You are not one in a million. You are a one of one. Have you ever just looked in the mirror and realized that? These are the things that we think about. These are the things I think about. I was asked recently, was I happy? In that instance, I was like, yeah, but I don't live on being happy. Because that means I heard, I'm be honest with you, I'm not even the biggest fan of Kurt Franklin. However, he said one time, in order to be happy, you have to have something happening. And I agree with that. I'm not happy because something's happening. I have joy. I encourage everybody to find that joy. The joy in the things we just listed out about ourselves. There's only one of you. It's only one of you. But if it's only one of you, why do we overcompensate so much? Why do we feel like we have to add so much extra just to be accepted? I'm asking you. As I look at these videos, as I look at these chats that's coming in here, I definitely appreciate everyone. But ask yourself that. Why do we feel like we have to add so much extra just to be accepted? I ask myself that. Look at this one. Hold on. Watch this. Hold on, watch this. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh my gosh, where is it at? Hold on. I should have pinged it. I didn't know. Should have pinged it so I can have it. Is this? We can use this one. This is not the one I wanted, but we can use this one. Check this one out.
That is
niggas.
But it's not just us. It's not just us. Because it's everybody trying to keep up.
It's ever just us. But I'm always speaking in perspective.
Yeah, right. It's just everybody trying to keep up. No, because you see now you can see it. Yeah, beforehand, in the early 2000s, 90s, niggas wasn't being able to see what the niggas on the East was doing. Or niggas, I wasn't.
That's not the one I wanted because they had all that. But nonetheless, I realized that we tend to overcompensate. I'm gonna find that video. I didn't like that one. That's not the one I had originally. But a lot of times I feel like we overcompensate and no one actually gets to view and feel the real version of us. Because we're not really ready for the real version of us. So we tend to add more personality. We tend to add more performance, performative actions when we're in public. We tend to spend more to keep up with the Joneses. We tend to explain ourselves more. We're trying to prove everything. And ultimately, we just end up pretending. Ultimately, we end up pretending. So my question is also that I asked, are we adding all this extra? Because I understand some places, some instances, you do have to add more. Oh, look at that right there. Hold on, y'all. I wanted to make sure that this was okay. Perfect. It's there. Is it there? It's supposed to be there. But nonetheless, it's there. But yeah, are we adding more? Because there's instances where you have to add more. But are we adding more because we're afraid to be seen on who we really are? Which brings a conversation of, this is why we burn out. This is why we never really get to the finish line. I believe a lot of times we come up short. I believe not because we're not capable. Not because we're not capable. But more or less because we put ourselves in situations and positions that we have to continue to perform in order to keep up for acceptance. I wanted to find that video. We end up trying to please the masses and we try to keep everybody comfortable. We try to be what people expect us to be. And then before we know it, we're not even who we expect to be. You look yourself in the mirror. That's why you're tired. That's why you burned out. That's why you get frustrated. And eventually your light will dim because you're not even who you're supposed to be. That's a whole nother thought process. Less is not always lacking, y'all. Sometimes less or having the right amount is the perfect alignment. Yeah. I went on a tangent and I was really just thinking, like, as I was going through these videos, as I was working on this equipment last night. See what y'all, last night is when I actually got it fixed. All glory to God. It wasn't me. I told my wife this morning, I said, man, the Lord blessed me to figure it out. Yeah. All them days. And finally figured out last night about 11:30. About 11:30. Hold on, my wife said, she said, even Adam, let's put this on the screen. Hold on. We'll show it. Even Adam and Eve had everything and still wanted more. Hey, now, sweet. We can go down that path. But did Adam want more? Or was it just Eve? That's the question. If you in the chat right now, so it's 2 against 1. It's my mama and it's my wife. Y'all tell me, did Adam want more? Or was it just Eve? I'm just saying. He said he ate it, so yes. He might have been persuaded. He might have been persuaded. She said he ate it, so yes. I think he might have been persuaded. I think he might have been persuaded by her good looks and charm. I think he was persuaded. But nonetheless, y'all, with that audio setup, I studied a whole bunch of other people going live last night, trying to figure out the days prior to, and then last night trying to figure out how I could get this audio working, how I could make sure the sound was clear, how I can make it look professional. And I wanted to make sure everything's right because I was like, more times than not, I need to get this right. I need to get that right. I really need better equipment. I want my voice to sound clear, I sound bigger, have some low end on it. It needs to carry more weight. These are the things, like, that's why it was so urgent for me to have that interface, the mixer, the mic, everything. I gave y'all the whole icebreaker, we can call it, about overcompensating, because at the end of the day, this is where I get real with y'all. At the end of the day, I wasn't sure that my voice, me doing these lives, was good enough. So I was definitely trying to overcompensate. Don't get it twisted. Good equipment, quality equipment, good production, all that matters. Presentation, all that matters. Everything goes. But truly, I think the true issue was, yes, the audio stuff wasn't working, but I'm saying the reason it wasn't working because I had all this stuff. I was trying to make sure that my voice sounded crisp, but sounded like these other people that I had been watching, so that the voices sound so good and so crisp, so that other people say, well, I can listen to it. I listen to them because it sounds so good. Not realizing that all that stuff, not saying it will help and won't help, but the realness, the authenticity is what y'all really want. The authenticity, that's one of the hardest words, but the authenticity is what y'all really want. That's what is really true. And my mama chimed in, she said both. But the crazy thing is about all that extra equipment, y'all, was the exact thing that was causing the signal to crash and the audio not to play. The very thing that I added to make it better was the thing that was making it hard to hear, was the thing that was malfunctioning. It was the extra stuff. It wasn't my voice. It wasn't my microphone. It wasn't anything else. It was the extra stuff I added. It was the extra stuff I added. I want y'all to hear me when I say this. Sometimes the extra stuff we add just to be accepted is actually the stuff that's blocking people from experiencing who we really are. Don't misunderstand me. All the equipment I have, when I record these songs, when I record music, all that equipment has a proper purpose. There will be a time for layers and processing and effects. There'll be time for mixing and mastering. There'll be time for all that stuff. There will be. But for this live stream, for this real conversation that we have, for it needs a straight through path. And honestly, as I look back and realize how we attack things as human beings, maybe that's the path on a lot of our issues. Straight ahead. Attack it head on. Don't run from it. Don't try to turn no corners. Attack it head on. Be the best version of yourself, the clear version of yourself, the present version. That way you can grow and or learn. Sometimes, y'all, We think we need better. But actually, the answer is we need less. Less clutter. Stop comparing yourself. Less comparison, less overthinking, less performing, less proving. Remove what's unnecessary. And I had to do that for the audio to work. And maybe that's what we need to do as well. Because the message is already there. Your story is already there. Your experience is already there. Your purpose is already there. And your voice is already God-given. Less is more, y'all. Less noise. More attention. Less pressure. More peace. Less pretending. And more you. Quick announcements. Man, I had a great meeting with the website guy. And the things we talked about, the things he saw. I'm excited to see the deliverables. He should be pulling some stuff for me. I think he said he was going to do it today. He was going to start pulling some stuff today, start executing some of the stuff today that we talked about, and just kind of start refining it. I have to shoot him another. We'll call it a clarity form of things that I want to see and how I wanted to move. Things like a visitor journey. If y'all know what that is, that's like what I predicate a visitor to the website will do when they visit the website. You know, the different click combinations that they could do and things that have come about. So I'm excited about that. Also, the music project is coming along, y'all. It's coming along. I have 5 more songs to complete that I'm aiming to complete before I'm ready to go on and get that moved to the next stage of getting it to y'all. And in regard to that, the rollout, man, y'all, I was talking to Mr. West yesterday, quick text conversation. And man, we have some ideas. And we're going to start pushing play on them here real soon. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all in the chat, if y'all are in the live stream, make sure that y'all are letting me know. Because y'all do not want to miss this stuff, this appreciation stuff that we got. Last announcement, new email address. We live at DenardRaps.com. I'm going to put it on the screen. Give me a second here. I'm going to put it on the screen. We going to use that one. Actually, not that one. Let me edit that one. Sorry. It's we live at DenardRaps.com. Questions, comments, concerns, definitely email we live at DenardRaps.com. Definitely, if there's videos you want me to review or conversations, like I said, this is not just about me. This is all of us being live. And if there's things going on in your neighborhood, in your area that you want to bring to the forefront because it's been overshadowed and overlooked, email us at WeLive@DenardRaps.com. And we'll talk about it on this platform. This is for our community. This is growth before us. This is growth for us. And then our voice may push it to national news so that it may be able to get the light it needs, get the shine it needs, get the information it needs, get the help it needs, whatever connections. This is where we do it. This is where we do it. So I'm DenardRaps. And until next time, keep living, keep speaking, and keep showing up because your voice matters. We live, and I'm out.